Where's the intro video? Hang on, y'all.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
Man, it's like I was getting ready. I got up, got ready for the show, and I'm sitting here. I was sitting in the lobby waiting for you to let me in. I'm just like, dude, this is like episode 250.
It sure is.
Yeah,
250 episodes, dude.
It's fucking crazy. It's I remember like we're getting ready for episode 200. And we had a little bit of fanfare about that, and now it's 250. We're like, oh yeah, let's do the episode. It's just,
I figured we'll wait to gear up for 300,
Oh yeah, this is Sparta. No, it's just so crazy. Just like the point is I'm trying to make is time just flies, bro. This time has flown by. It's crazy. It's great. And I was having a conversation with my friend, and I apologize if I say this on numerous episodes. Is like, I wonder where's the starting point to where life just starts speeding up.
Yeah,
and you're like, holy shit, I'm 51. I'm going to be 52 in a couple months, and it's just like, oh my god, I remember turning 30 was a big deal. Here I am about to be 52.
Well, yeah, I mean, this year is, we're officially into 2025, which is crazy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for joining us, too, by the way. We appreciate you. Mass Sanity says, Meanie Goober, some of us had jobs. Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Some of us also have PTO time from work. Okay. Thank you very much. So that's why we're here today. But no, I mean, like, it's 2025 officially. And this year I turned 40. And I've been thinking about that a lot. It's just like, I don't feel like I'm going to be 40 this year, and again, like, I know we've talked about this before too, where it's like, we talk about these milestones and things that happen. And then all of a sudden it's like, my birthday is not until August. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to be in August. And then we're at the holidays again. It's like, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. Me and Mrs. Meanie are just like, holy shit, just, at one moment where I'm waiting for the kickoff of the Eagles season, and then oh shit, here comes Halloween. Oh
fuck, yeah.
Here's Thanksgiving. Oh, you mean Christmas? Oh, Happy New Year. Oh Jesus. Oh, and then it's a couple months of just walking around trying to avoid snow-covered dog shit for between January and March.
That's pretty much all this timeline is going to be for, right? It's just like avoiding dog shit under snow at this point, right?
Or it's Philly avoiding human shit too.
Depending on what area of the city you're in, you'll step on it and you'll be fucked, man.
Yeah, that's a couple weeks ago I had to make the decision that I had to discern whether I had stepped in dog shit or human shit. I was just like, I hadn't realized it. Yeah, I was just like, oh
no!
Like I'm standing there, and somebody walked by me. I'm like, oh, that guy fucking stinks. And then the smell didn't go away. I was like, oh, that smell still. I looked at my show. God damn it!
Oh no!
Yeah, thank God I didn't get in the house. Just
right. You didn't track it in. That's a good thing.
Just stand on the curb and fucking rub your shoe on the curb for about a half hour. Just let me find a puddle.
Just soak it in.
Yeah.
I think I don't even. And now I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to step in dog shit at some point today, and I'm going to be miserable about it. But I
should have bought a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Apparently, it's good luck. I don't know. Step in dog shit after the first of the year, but no,
hopefully, whoever shit I stepped in was Irish. Just for luck.
He called the shit poop button, but no, the last time I think I really stepped in shit was, God, I think it was probably 2019. I was doing a photo shoot in a park somewhere. and it was fall. So like the whole park area had leaves covering it, right? And I
Landmines.
just walk into my car, man. I was just getting done walking to my car and I stepped down. And like you fucking know when you step in dog shit or some kind of excrement, right? The consistency and in your foot. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. All the way to the bottom of my shoe. I mean, and it was not even always all at the bottom of my shoe. It was like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex pile of shit. And it went all up the side of my shoe into the fabric of the shoe. And I was just like, this shoe is fucked. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this out of it because it's still going to be in the shoe.
Yeah.
So
it's one with the shoe.
It's my right foot. So I had to take the shoe off. I had a plastic bag. I threw it in the plastic bag, tied it up, threw it in the trunk, and I drove home with one shoe on. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, I got to get a new pair of shoes. I can't. There's no saving this. So got to fucking get the blast. You got to get the blast attachment on the garden hose to get that shit out of there, man. Fuck that.
Hopefully, you have a buddy with a power wash set up. Yeah, this fucking. Hey, man.
Need your help.
Can you just blast my foot for a second?
We appreciate you joining us earlier than we usually come on. We're happy to be here today. Don't forget to drop your Ask Meanie questions as we record. You see the tiers underneath us here in the stream. Each tier for your super chats will allow us to roll that money back into the show. And also we will give you soundboard items and potentially a producer's credit on the show. So we appreciate you guys and appreciate you being here. Meanie, how was your New Year's, sir? Did you do anything fun for the holiday? What was your week like?
Oh man, it was just nice and quiet. Just Christmas was good. We went up to Connecticut, visit Mrs. Meanie's family. Had an awesome time. Came back. New Year's, we just we made the effort to just not go out and just we stayed home, had our own nice little spread of food, and busted out some of the alcohol we brought back from Ireland.
Nice.
For our honeymoon. Just had a nice moment watching there's a YouTube channel I watch. It's a guy named Steve Lookner. He does like news, like breaking news, and then like on New Year's Eve he does a countdown show, and we just sat there and watched that, and just it's like nerdy stuff, but it's like stuff that in our comfort zone, and we watched that and do that, and then we did the countdown. Went outside, everybody's banging the pots and pans. And then you come in and you just, sit around and wait for the other time zones. I swear before California hit, I had nodded off like 3 times on the couch. I don't know what it is between husbands and wives where the husband's clearly nodding off, going to sleep. And the wife goes, "Are you sleeping?" And we wake up and go, No, we're not. I'm not sleeping. Honestly, it swears like I wasn't sleeping.
Of course. Yeah.
I heard everything that was going on TV. It's just my eyes just happened to be closed. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, really? You were snoring?" I was like, "Oh, I was just scratching my throat. Scratching my throat. Just stupid shit." But it's just like an ongoing saga. Are you sleeping? No.
Nope. You sound, I was going to say, literally, you're speaking my language here. It sounds like Courtney and I, like Mrs. Goober and I, like every time whenever we get a chance to sit and actually do something, because, we have 100 kids and 1,000 things going on in life.
Yeah.
As soon as we get a chance to sit down, we're like, all right, we're going to watch a show. We're big into like Ted Lasso. Have you ever watched that show before?
I have not.
Oh man, dude, it's so good. Like I didn't think initially, like I wasn't really sure if I was going to enjoy it, just because it's like it's Bill Lawrence too. So like Bill Lawrence is the guy who wrote Scrubs, and he does Shrinking with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. So I was like, I'll probably enjoy this. And from the first episode, I was hooked. Right. So anyway, we're sitting here and we're watching TV, and we're like, oh yeah, we'll spend some time together, hang out, like get a chance to catch up. 10 minutes in, I'm like. She's like, "Are you fucking snoring?" I was like, no, I swear to God, I'm not, and of course I'm lying because I am, but yeah. It's gotta be something, man. It's just that comfortability being with your person, just like hanging out, and you're like, all is right with the world, and then you're just out.
Dude, we start watching the show called Ghosts.
Oh my God, dude, you watch Ghosts?
Yes. Well, there's the US version. And then we got all caught up on the US version. So like in between waiting for new episodes of the US version, we went and binged watched the British version
Oh yeah.
and fucking fell in love with the British version.
Yeah.
Then we fell in love with the cast. And then like, you know, Mrs. Meanie starts looking into it. And like the actors and actresses have been they're kind of like a comedy troupe. They always do stuff together, you know, like um I'm trying to think of that. Whoever did the state.
Oh, I know. I can't think of the name, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Upright Citizens Brigade,
Brigade.
and then the state, and you know, they're a comedy troupe. And I forget the name of their comedy troupe, but they did a show back in the day called Horrible Histories. Where they talk about horrible like UK histories, and like supposedly all of it's true. And you know, we were watching last night or 2 nights ago, and I was dozing off during that. And it's like, all right, there's 15 minutes left in the show. Let's just call it a night. You roll over, you go to sleep, blah, blah, blah. So we went to watch the show again last night. It's like our before we go to the sleep show.
Yeah.
And we watched it, and she was like, you know, we're starting this one halfway through. I was like, oh, gee, I wonder why. I don't know. You know, totally playing off the fact that, you know, it was because of me that, oh, why is she starting halfway through? I have no idea.
Dude, those are the worst when you don't even realize you've been asleep.
Yeah.
Fuck. And you're like, she's like, oh, did you see that? I'm like, yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
I think I was supposed to, but I didn't.
Well, here's the dead ringer too, because we watch Horrible Histories on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And when the commercials come on, I just hit the mute button.
Yeah.
We've both, you know, grown to just hate commercials. Yeah, because they're always loud. They're always like, it's always something loud and bangy for a product that doesn't even need that kind of sound effect. And you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Billy Mays with a megaphone in your ear about fucking
I would
towels.
You know? I would welcome Billy Mays at
Yes.
this point, you know. I tell you, me and my grandma met Billy Mays.
No, you did not. But I would love to hear that story, man. Because then I'm going to get back to Ghost because I want to talk about that show. But I would love to know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, Atlantic City. There's a mall called the Ocean One Mall on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, right across from Caesars. They've totally changed it. They totally ruined it. They made it like this upscale bullshit thing now. But you know, in the 80s, you go there, it was the local mall. You know, and me and my grandma went up there one day. We're walking through, and this guy's doing a demonstration with Ginsu knives and, you know, cutting tomatoes, cutting cans, and you know, but you know, fucking bought the Ginsu knives. Turns out it was fucking Billy Mays.
No shit.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until like years later, and I saw like a biography on him. And he's talking about how he worked in Atlantic City at the mall, you know, doing live demonstrations. Like, holy shit, we totally bought fucking knives from Billy Mays. And then I'm friends with his son on Twitter.
I was just gonna say his son's a big wrestling guy too, right? Billy Mays III.
I was like, dude, I think me and my grandma bought Ginsu knives from your dad. It's like, holy shit, what years? And I totally forget by now. Could have been 85, 86. And he was like, yeah, that totally lines up. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool, you know. You never know, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. I had no idea. I didn't know he did that. I should say he was one of my favorite, like, I would say the only like palatable pitch man I would see on TV. You know, like always, you knew anytime a new Billy Mays commercial drop, you know that shit was gonna bang. Like you knew whatever. Not only was the commercial gonna be good, but the product was gonna be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, every time. We still use OxyClean here. We still have we keep a bucket of it in the house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because of that, and I trust Billy Mays.
Yeah, Mrs. Meanie uses OxyClean for like shirt, like if we have anything like a white shirt that's gone dingy, he just let that shit fucking sit in the OxyClean, and you know, it fucking cleans everything. But
yo, I was gonna say, hold on, I'm gonna show you something I just literally did in case y'all are fucking, and we're not being paid by OxyClean, but I want you to see this, right?
Yeah.
So these are some fucking old socks that I had. washed. Now these were kind of dingy because I wear them, you know, sometimes at the gym or around the house, and the floors are kind of gnarly. I just washed these fucking OxyClean, bro.
There you go.
Clean as a fucking whistle. Like I just bought them.
Yeah.
Shit's gnarly, dude. Love it.
She puts stuff in the tub and you just see the stuff that pulls out. It's like, holy shit.
It's good shit, man. Good shit.
There's on Horrible Histories. They do like there's themes, and there's like it's all medieval stuff, and the guy comes on to do like a fucking commercial. He's like, "Hello, I'm a shouty man, and I'm about to tell you about this and that and the other thing." And he always starts,
man.
Like he always does the bit, you know. He starts out the bit with, "Hi, I'm a shouty man, and I'm gonna." It's like he's doing an infomercial, medieval infomercial, and he's, you know, no matter what character he's playing, "Hi, I'm a shouty man."
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, with regard to Ghosts, I know that like that's one of our favorite shows here right now. We've been catching up on it, and I think it's the US version. It's in this 4th series, and actually, fun fact rather. Excuse me, still getting over this cough. The UK version has an actress on there named Katie Wicks who played the role of Mary, which I'm catching up on that, so I'm not entirely familiar with her character in the show, but she's also in Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I recognize her. But for the uninitiated, for both the UK and the US show, if you haven't watched it yet, go out of your way to check it out. It's fucking fantastic. The UK show is wrapped now. I think they wrapped last year, but the USA show, the US version, is on CBS. I think it's Thursday nights. Basically, it's a couple who inherits this house from one of her family members, and she has a freak accident, and all of a sudden she can see ghosts in the house of folks who died on the property and haven't transitioned to the next life, right?
Yeah.
So, and you know, for example, in the US version, there's a stock bro from like an Enron type. There's a Viking. There's a Native American. There's a hippie, right? Like the show is so good.
Yeah.
And it's been, you know, basically it's just them interacting with this character Sam for the first time, and oh, dude, it's just such a good, solid comedy show, you know. And Isaac is the one character from the Revolutionary War, and he doesn't know about dinosaurs, so he learns about dinosaurs, and like, you know, it's this whole fucking so good, man, so good. Who's your favorite ghost character on the US version?
Oh my god, I'd probably have to say the Boy Scout master with the arrow through his neck.
Pete, yeah.
Like,
yes.
He's so you betcha kind of guy. And on the British version, they have a version of Pete Owen, the UK version as well. And there's a pantsless guy on the UK version as well. But we were just watching the Christmas special last night. It was a 2-parter.
Yep.
And so it's so well done. It's so good. We don't really watch regular shows as much. You know, we'll watch like docuseries or documentaries, but we had been seeing ads for Ghosts for the longest time. And then, you know, when Mrs. Meanie is like, "Oh, I'd like to check it out," I'm like, I'm all for it, you know, because you know, normally we don't do that. So we watched that. We watch Abbott Elementary. That's about it. And but we fell in love with Ghosts, and you know, we caught up so soon that it kind of sucks that like we're like on the normal schedule now. That watch the show as episodes come out. So
gotta watch that shit live like everybody else.
Yeah,
like the rest of the commoners. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it. That's the great thing about YouTube TV is like if I forget an episode or something. But like again, it's like you said, it's one of those shows that it's our show, so we want to watch it right away. Which like, oh fuck, we can't get fast forward. But I interact with Trevor, the guy who plays Trevor. His name is Asher Grodman. I interact with him on Instagram pretty frequently, and that would be fun to have him do a drop for us on the show here. T-Money doing a spot for us, but no, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, just please go out of your way to take a look at it. It's great. I think most of the episodes, I don't think anything's in syndication yet, but I think you can watch it on Hulu if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, I think it's Paramount. No, you can watch it on Hulu. and on Paramount Plus. So, like I said, go ahead and take a look at that. But I actually wanted to bring up a friend of ours, a friend of the show, one Devon Dudley
Yeah.
mentioned you on his program. So you want to check out Devon and the Duke, which is on the Duke Loves Wrestling podcast. Shout out to the homie Sir Duke as well for bringing this to my attention. But he said that he had some good things to say about you, and a conversation about someone he introduced you to, or what was that? It was, I'm trying to remember the name. He
No,
introduced you to.
I introduced him to.
That's right. What was the introduction that you gave him?
Oh no, I mean, back in the 90s, when going to clubs was like a thing and going to see cover bands. I've started going to see this cover band called Bonehead. And one night me, Raven, and I think Sign Guy Dudley went out to some club on Delaware Ave, and the bass player from Bonehead came over. His name's Scott, and Scott's like a huge wrestling fan, and we just hit it off. And I just started to go see Bonehead all the time. They would bring me up. I do backup vocals on, like, if they're playing Fight for Your Right to Party, go up there and just yell into the mic. And then me, Sign Guy Dudley brought me and Sign Guy Dudley brought Devon out to a couple shows, and he hit it off with Scott immediately, and we would just go hang out and see Bonehead. And that's in 96.
Wow.
96. Yeah. And 96, 97. And we've been friends ever since then. Bonehead went on to be, they were Bonehead, and then they got signed to Atlantic Records for a little bit. They became a band called Familiar 48. And then just like pro wrestling, like when somebody gets fired and they sign a bunch of talent, usually that talent gets, shit canned as well. So
yeah,
the person who signed them to the label, I don't know how they left the label. They either got quit or got fired, but then they got rid of all the bands that guy signed. So, but like, he's still a musician, does a lot of things. He great family man, great father. And we still talk to this day. And, they're both Scott moved to Florida, so he's close to Devon. So him and Devon hang all the time. And, I need to get down there just to have a hangout with those guys, because we've been friends since 96 going on. And I have to say, this is like, I have so many friends, and I have friends from third grade that I still call, and it doesn't matter the time in between or the distance between us. Whenever we see each other, it's just like the last time, we left off and saw each other. So,
yeah.
I've never, really had anybody, that, I haven't seen, no matter, I'm trying, long story short, I'm trying to say, it's just, it's pretty cool that, me and Scott and Devon still have this friendship and bond,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I brain farted there for a second, but
You're fine, man. You're good.
Now, yeah, it was pretty cool that I heard that clip of Devon talking about that. And
yeah,
it's no matter where and the cool thing is social media keeps us all close together as well.
Yeah,
you get to keep, back in the day, you'd have to actually fucking call somebody, but you can like spy on their social media just to make sure they're okay, make sure they're alive. And
yeah,
it's cool to still be friends all these years later.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we want to thank Devon and the Duke for giving us a shout out, and
that was a
highly, Meanie. We appreciate that. We'll give Duke a pass on this this steak and cheese sub nonsense he's throwing at us recently with the cheese.
Well, you guys smarten up the listening audience.
Yeah.
What he's talking about.
So Duke is a guy from Boston. He's Boston proud up there, and he's been giving me shit about this cheesesteak thing for probably since like 2021 when we first linked up. And he's been constantly on my ass about cheesesteaks not being actual food. And, now that we're all connected together with Meanie, he's doing the same thing in there. And I'm like, sir, you got to stop this madness. There's no such thing as a cheese, and like it's such a cumbersome word to say. Like, why not just call it a cheesesteak?
What is his verbiage?
I think it's a steak and cheese sub.
Nobody
Which,
on the fucking planet says that.
no, Duke, like, come on, sir. Please be serious, sir. This is madness.
And that's seriously a troll.
It's gotta be. I keep thinking when he says it, I'm like, you're messing with me, right? You're messing with me. This can't be real.
You're purposely being opposite, man.
So no, we want to thank them. They're great.
Walk up to Pat's and ask for that, and see what happens.
I'll tell you, man, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That shit's they probably put green peppers on that shit too.
Say it loud enough for people online to hear you. Please.
No way, dude. No way. So we want to thank you. Go ahead and, like I said, you can go check out Devon on the Duke every week. Go on the Duke Loves Wrestling podcast feed and show them support. Thank you so much for discussing us, and hopefully we'll have some crossover soon. We'll see. Hopefully,
I thought somebody said something positive to say. So we live in a world. We live in a world where people are always like shooting on each other or dissecting each other. It's just like it's nice when other people raise other people up.
Absolutely. It's nice. It's nice. Like I said, it's nice to have the connective there and so many good stories. I'm sure you guys could talk all fucking day about ECW stories. Like I'm sure that would be amazing to listen to. So, speaking of shooting up, Cowboys, bang bang, pew 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 pew. Carl's gonna be like, "What the fuck am I listening to?"
Wait till these hit the ground.
Pew 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 pew. Pew, pew. Carl's out there in Arizona shooting down drones. What the fuck is all this? Seth Rollins and CM Punk, their fiery promo battle. I wanted to chat with you and see if you had a chance to watch that. I know Steve Austin was very complimentary of it. I wanted to know if the blue guy had any thoughts on it.
Yeah, the best promos are the ones that are laced in truth.
Yeah,
the fact that WWE's willing to let Seth bring up the fact that he went to the competition.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was a very good promo. And like I said, the best promos are always laced in truth. And if these guys really don't hate each other and this is just a promo, even more power to them.
Yeah.
But it's so believable. And the cool thing is I'm sitting there, going, oh, say this now, because they got me involved, to where I'm thinking, trying to be like a co-writer or whatever, but just it's good and that's the beauty of wrestling. People are like, they wrestle. I gotta go. They think that wrestling's all about the matches. It's about everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to go on TV every week and wrestle. You can go out there and just cut a promo and be as effective and further a storyline.
Yeah.
That this storyline's been going on for well over a year since Punk returned at the previous Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
So think of all the time that's elapsed in that. And I have a feeling this is going to lead all the way up to, I know they're supposed to do something at the first Raw on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling this thing will be stretched out to WrestleMania as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Or maybe this is a diversion, a little storyline leading up to eventually, Punk getting to the point where he has to cash in on his favor with Paul Heyman, whatever that is, because that's still blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
The favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk. So, but that promo Monday night was tremendous.
Absolutely.
And the fact that, both are baby faces, Seth's a little bit, I always, Seth's a little bit more of a heelish baby face, but they both could be seen as heelish baby faces. Even if that is a term, you can't be a heel and a baby face or as we used to say back in the day, a tweener.
Right.
But it's interesting. I'm just saying based on crowd reaction, the crowd responds in kind to like when somebody had a great point to make,
Yeah.
and all their points were based on things to actually happen. So you can't deny that. Well, yeah. Punk will say something. Well, yeah, he is right, and then Seth will something be like, "Well, he's got a point too." So it's
Yeah.
very well done.
Again, like it's not the first time that Seth, I think, has brought up AEW in some capacity when it comes to this, because he's had that feud with Cody, and he said kind of the same thing. Like you ran away and started something with your friends and you failed at that, or something similar to that when that feud happened. But you're right. I mean, excuse me, WWE, excuse me, has done an incredible job of keeping Punk. I hesitate to use the word relevant because that's not the context I want to give, but you understand what I mean by that, right? Like when people get injured, a lot of times they're off TV and you don't see them, right? They're not in front of mind. But they've done an incredible job. They did an incredible job when he got hurt at the Rumble. I mean, they kept that storyline going with him and Drew McIntyre the entire time he was injured, and they interjected Seth Rollins, which we know was the original plan for night one of WrestleMania, was going to be Rollins and Punk for the belt.
Yeah.
And so now you interject all of these different things. And now Gunther is wrestling CM Punk at the Garden for the World Heavyweight Championship title, which that happened over, I think that was the 26th. That was the holiday event that they did. So there's the potential of, is Punk going to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship? Is he going to take it off of Gunther? Is that what this is? There's all these different moving components. And, I think I felt like there really there aren't many people who can do it as good as Punk, past, present, or potentially future. Like that guy on a mic is money every single time. And I think they were really able to capture the whatever heat is really there between them, if there is anything. I think they did a great job with that. And I think you're right. I think this is going to lead into WrestleMania. And I think it's going to be incredible, whatever they end up doing with them. But Mass Sanity says, imagine that people may not get along in real life, working together and making money. And that's the business, brother.
That's how the wrestling business has been for over 100 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any job you go to, if you have a shoot job, I'm sure there's people work with that they don't like, but hey, I only have to deal with them with a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
You go in, you do your duty, you go home.
Duty. And again,
duty.
Like Punk said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. And that applies to pretty much everything. Like,
that's how wrestling should be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you make friends, awesome. Right. I'm not saying purposely go in there and go fuck everybody.
Sure.
But, if you can get in there and make money and make friends, that's a bonus.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Plenty of people I've been shared locker rooms with where it's like, only got 2 more hours to deal with this guy.
Oh Christ, I can't do it again. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's talking about that thing again. Jesus Christ. This guy's such a fucking goof. God. Oh my God. Shut up.
I don't want to hear you talk anymore. Please stop.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that anymore. There's so many people I could just name. It's just like yeah, I don't want to give them I don't want to
I don't want to give maritime.
Yeah. I won't give them oxygen. The fact is,
same thing.
Most people wouldn't even know who I'm talking about anyway. It's just yeah.
Well, the same person that I think we're talking about, most people wouldn't know him either. But I think I want to talk about some of the people we got in the pod squad here and in the chat.
Lively today, man.
We got Mass Sanity here, Meanie Goober. Yeah, we know, sir. Thank you very much. Mass Sanity, there's exactly 18 months till I'm 50. Mazel, sir. Happy 18 months until 50. I'm kind of nervous about 40, but not really. Like, I don't know. I have a different perspective these days, but the boss is here. Suck it, Dallas. Happy New Year, Blue Guy. We appreciate you. We're going to give you a go birds on that one.
Fucking game day. Game bird.
And we appreciate
that fucking hey, Eagles win over Dallas was pretty fucking pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. We got Andrew H here. He says, fuck the Cowboys and go Yankees. Only 1 month left without baseball. You're goddamn right. Can't wait.
We just had the baseball solstice, where is the perfect time in between the last out of the World Series and the first pitch in Major League Baseball. So,
and just for the uninitiated here, 41-7.
So yeah, and the best thing about the Eagles beating Dallas 41-7. Normally, a Cowboys fan will go, well, you beat our backup quarterback. Well, you lost to our third string quarterback. All right, jerk off. But, dude, that was a good game. And fucking Kenny Pickett playing with fucking broken ribs.
Choof.
He had to get like a pain shot, for he's playing with broken ribs. And then fucking Micah gave him 2 shots, and he gave him the 1 shot, and he decked him. He decked Kenny. And Kenny got up, man. But then like Micah gave him a second fucking hit, and he was just down. So Tanner McKee, our third string quarterback, comes in. They call him the Mormon Missile. Guy looks as wholesome as you can imagine somebody being as whole. He looks like he could be the 4th Brady brother. He comes out and he sets a fucking record where he threw his first 2 touchdown passes as an NFL quarterback in 5 attempts.
Wow.
So he goes in, he throws a touchdown to AJ. AJ's celebrating the touchdown, throws the ball into the fucking crowd, which is Tanner's first first touchdown pass as an NFL quarterback. So somebody goes, hey dude, you just threw his fucking ball into the crowd. And AJ's like, holy shit, oh my God, So Big Dom, the Eagle security, and somebody else they find the fan, and there's a really cool scene where like the fan's there with the ball, and AJ's looking at the guy going, I'll give you my jersey, like AJ promised the jersey off his back for the fan. The fan's standing there, total fucking Delco with his, flexing, I got you, cuz, I got you.
Got you, cuz.
Yeah, cuz.
So he gives the ball back, and as promised, AJ went over to that section, peeled off his fucking game. He peeled off a Kelly Green worn jersey in a division clinching game because the Eagles clinched the NFC East. Signs it, throws it to the guy in the crowd, and the guy's like, I got you. Yeah. It's the coolest moment.
That's amazing.
And I was, before we came on here, I was watching. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles social media team with between their Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I was watching the latest episode of Mic'd Up, and then AJ hand delivered the ball to Tanner McKee, and apologized, and they had a really cool moment.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Tanner, he'll probably be the starter. The Eagles clinched the NFC East, and they're stuck in the number 2 seed. They can't go up, they can't go down, and that's starting another controversy because the coach has decided to rest the players because in this Dallas game, I don't know if anybody's heard, but Saquon Barkley has been tearing it up. In this game, he was the ninth running back in NFL history to go over 2,000 yards in the season.
Wow.
Which in today's football is monumental because it's a passing league now. Back in the day, it was run. You ran to set up the pass. Now you pass to set up the run. It's weird, but the fact that Eagles are a running team. They rely on the run, and Saquon went over 2,000 yards. Now he's 101 yards away from. It's 101 yards away from. He was 101 yards away from breaking the all-time record held by Eric Dickerson, and Coach Sirianni decided to sit to rest the players this week, which means Saquon's not going to have a chance to go for the title, which I'm 50-50 on it, because I remember last year the Eagles played their starters in the last game of the season at the Giants, and AJ went out of the game with a season-ending leg injury. Sidney Brown, I think he tore his ACL in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, the whole point of having the best record in football is win your division, but get the number 1 seed so you can get a first round bye and rest your players. So now that the Eagles can't get any worse or any better with their positioning in the playoffs, they're going to rest the guys to, give themselves their own custom made bye. And, that means, Tanner McKee will probably be the starting quarterback this weekend with Kenny Pickett, who's got, I think, 2 broken ribs, and he was playing with. So it'll be interesting to see how the playoffs go. I think they might be playing Green Bay in the first round, and Green Bay just lost their starting cornerback, who's like lights out, defensive player. So we'll see what happens.
It looks
I'll be ready.
The projected NFC field as of right now, according to ESPN, looks like the Green Bay Packers and the Eagles, the Vikings and the Buccaneers, the Commanders and the Rams, and then the bye is the Detroit Lions.
Well, as we go into this weekend's games, right now, and this is the cool thing, the Eagles are set. There's nowhere to go.
Yep.
So all year, the Detroit Lions have had like the best spot. They're the number 1 seed, and right on their fucking heels is the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
And this last game they're going to play Sunday night. Whoever wins is going to be the number 1 seed in the playoffs. So the Detroit Lions, who have been the best record in football, number 1 seed in the playoffs, if they lose, they drop down to number 5. And then they have to play on the road.
Oh, man.
And, the Minnesota and Detroit will just fucking leapfrog, switch places. Vikings will get the first seed and a first round bye. And the game, the playoffs will have to, the NFC playoffs will have to go through Minnesota. But
man,
that's what I love about football. The drama,
And just for timestamp purposes, today is Friday, January 3rd. It's 11:45 a.m. Just to kind of give you a timestamp, as things may change by the time you listen to this, or they may have,
Yeah, normally I'm good at that. Normally I'm good at saying, giving away the when we're recording. We're doing a rare Friday morning, which is fine.
It is. And then the projected AFC field, just to kind of give you some context here, what they're projecting on ESPN is the Broncos at the Bills, the Steelers at the Texans, the Chargers at the Ravens, and then the Kansas City Chiefs have the bye for their field as well. So looking forward to this. I want to see what happens with the Lions, and there's a lot of very loud Lions fans, very loud Vikings fans, but ultimately.
Well, the interesting thing is, the Chiefs have the number 1 seed, so who's making the comeback in that game.
Yep.
Carson Wentz.
Oh, my goodness.
If anybody's ever resurrected a quarterback's career, it's been Andy Reid.
Seriously.
Love her. I know Michael Vick's a polarizing figure. Love him or hate him, but Andy revitalized his career. He revitalized Nick Foles' career, because Nick Foles was about to quit.
Absolutely.
He came back to football, fell in love with it, and helped the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Carson Wentz goes there, sit under Andy Reid's learning tree, and play behind Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say he doesn't go off and sign off and become a starter with another team?
And,
rehabilitated, because
right.
apparently Carson was like hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Darren Sproles just recently low key threw Carson Wentz under the bus on Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy's podcast. So
wow.
Yeah. talking about how he's just hard to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
But
And I'm not sure if you know this, but actually, it's Andy Reid is also responsible for creating the size and the width of Nick Foles. You know, I mean, like initially, like it's kind of average, you know, but all of that learning tree information, like things happen physically too, and that's how the legend of BDN was born. So, couple more things here before we get into the best segment of the show. Hey, Lucha, what's going on? Pod Squad member Lucha's here. Thank you for joining us. Andy Schlichter is here as well.
Schlichter!
Friday morning. Good morning to you, good sir. And one day until 39 for me, so which means it's going to be a birthday tomorrow. So happy freaking fucking birthday, sir. We appreciate you.
Happy birthday, Schlichter.
We got Andrew Bailey here. Shackleford's here. He says, hey now.
Hey now.
Go Birds. Thank you. We appreciate you, good sir. And Meanie, I would appreciate it if you, sir, would mind answering a quick question for me.
And what would that be?
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. It's time to ask Meanie anything. Ask me something.
And don't forget to tweet us your questions using the hashtag #AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the show. Meanie, I gotta know, sir, since the holidays are in the rearview mirror, were you able to find any pumpkin pie seltzer?
I feel robbed.
Fuckers.
Yeah, dude, we go to the Aldi where I got them. And dude, I bought like 800 cases for like 20 cents a piece or whatever. After the end of Thanksgiving before last. Can't find any. So,
bullshit. It's bullshit. You've let us down. You've let us down, Aldi.
Like George Carlin said, you know why they got rid of that? Because we liked it.
That's exactly what happened.
They get rid of things we like.
Like the McRib. It's gone. It's gone now. Did you have one while it was out?
No, but you know, shout out to Nick's Charcoal Pit on 13th and Snyder. They have a sandwich that's similar to the McRib. I forgot what they call it. I could point it out on the menu, but me and Mrs. Meanie will order that sandwich, and we'll go to the supermarket and buy pickles and put pickles on there. We call it the McFib. Because it's
I love it.
Not that, you know, the McRib is real meat, but this one is real meat, which is ironic, you know.
Yeah, I'd rather. Dude, we went to Texas Roadhouse the other day, man, and it wasn't like, I was like, why did we eat here? Like, what was I thinking? Yeah. You know, it's like, are these ribs real meat, or is it just like pretend? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
dude, I love eating at the Oregon Diner.
Yeah,
until the diarrhea kicks in, and then
then you're just questioning every choice in life.
Or as Mrs. Meanie calls it, dinerrhea. I'll go get some dinerrhea. Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it.
I'm sure it's just the fucking grease they cook the eggs in or whatever, but
yeah.
But you know, 20 minutes later, I'm squid ink in the fucking toilet.
Jackson Pollock painting.
The brown Muda mist. Sounds like a fucking 67 Chevy with a dropped engine rod, you know.
Oh my god!
I gotta get John Bonham playing fucking Moby Dick on tin cans.
I gotta get you. I gotta send you these videos. I think maybe you sent these to me. It's the there's a guy on YouTube named Gilstrap TV. He's the guy that does the fake farting. Have you heard him before?
I'm sure. Is that in public and farts on?
Yeah, he goes to public and he walks by people and he farts. I'm just trying
there's one dude, this is my favorite one. The guy who's dressed as Santa goes up to these chicks and goes, "Oh, would you like your presents early?" And they go, "Yeah." And he turns around and
here's the one. Where is he at? Which is the most recent one he does? I think this is it. Let me see if you can hear this. Hold on. 1 second.
Hello.
All right, Houston, we just passed Uranus.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
And he's just the video of the people laughing, like doubled over with fucking laughter, just pissing themselves.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Or he'll just start.
I think he's laying on the ground, right? And he lifts the leg. There's a group of ladies walk by. He goes, "Welcome to the barbecue."
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Where is it? Oh, come on.
All right, Houston.
I can't.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the barbecue.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, I'm gonna need to call in a favor.
Oh my god, it's so good. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's Gil GIL Strap TV. So give him a follow.
That's the best.
Fucking great shit.
Far
What are
too-
you sipping on? What are you sipping on today, sir?
I got like for anybody who's not from Philly and doesn't have ShopRite. ShopRite has their own brand of stuff called Bowl and Basket.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff calling it generic this or that. So I had the Bowl and Basket Black Cherry.
Ooh, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, their shit's pretty good, man. They ShopRite Bowl and Basket alternatives, you know.
And I have today I got for the cheap shit, the knockoff shit from Aldi. I got the sparkling frost classic lemonade flavor.
Yeah,
only a handful there. Let's go and crack these suckers. We'll get started here in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. It's delicious. Cheers, beers.
there we go.
Drink up. Pinkies up. Oh yeah. So good.
Help clear out that loaf of bread I've had in my fucking chest since Thursday.
Let's see what we got here. A couple questions in here. The Green 413 wants to know, Meanie, can the Eagles pull it off?
I believe so. I'm just dude, fucking Jalen's been in fucking concussion protocol for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I thought he's been out for a while, hadn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a ball in almost a month, you know. But you know, I go back and forth with this, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend Joe who's like thinking. My friend Joe thinks they should have went and played the game. He talks about like how they could come out and be rusty. And I was like, well, you know, they've been playing for 12 weeks. Their bye was week 5. So, and the players kind of have been publicly saying, hey, we need a bye. We need some rest. And he's like, well, yeah, you know, after the bye, they kind of struggle with, you know, the Browns. But I was like, yeah, but the Browns have like been like a sneaky good shitty team. Like the Browns beat fucking the Ravens of all teams, right? But and then my other point is, you know, hey, they didn't play a single snap in the preseason. They came out and they looked pretty good against Green Bay week 1. So
yeah.
Who knows? I think they can. You know, just worry about Jalen, man. Just he's still in concussion protocol. I don't know if that's by design. You know, to kind of like
maybe just to give him a break, or you know what I mean, just in case anything is actually wrong, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm confident they will.
Let's see. Luchoso, Pod Squad member, says Meanie.
Yo, cause.
Finally listened to your appearance on the Attitude Era podcast.
Nice.
Really good interview. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Tell me about the Attitude Era podcast.
My boy Tommy Blacha, who used to write for WWE, used to be on the Conan O'Brien show too. Has a really good podcast. And he asked me if I want to come on and just talk, and I can talk. Like, look, I don't go on too many podcasts that are not my own anymore, but Tommy's such a good friend. Funny guy. But his recaps of those shows are fantastic, you know, from the time he was on. He basically replaced Vince Russo.
I see.
And he kind of came on when Russo was still there, and then Russo left, and then he was ready to move to California and do something else, but Vince was like hired him to be the head writer. So he did a hell of a job. But listen to him doing the recap. They'll take a show, they'll recap it, and but mine was on there. We were just having a straight up just interview talk, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Go ahead and check it out. It's anywhere you get your favorite podcast, I believe, is where you can find the Attitude.
And it's on YouTube.
And on YouTube.
Yeah.
Give it a stream there. Our last question today comes from Pod Squad member Andy Schlichter. What it is, my dude. Let's give him a yo cuz.
Yo cuz.
Maybe a fart too.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
Day one, huh? There have been a few, quote, leaked, unquote, dirt sheet Rumble lists showing all the entrants and John Cena winning. Do you think he wins in his retirement run? I will preface this by saying that Dave Meltzer reported today that the plans for WrestleMania are John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, which I find very hard to believe. What do you think about John Cena's run coming up? And do you think Rumble?
Anybody got to make up a fake list, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if those lists are even real.
Mm-mm.
Just I hate to comment on something that might not be real, but Cena, his final run, it'll be interesting to see who his final opponent would be. I don't know why they would put him in a position to go for a title on his last match. Was he going to win his 17th title and retire, and then they have to fucking crown a new champion all over again?
Right.
And then have him lose in his last match at WrestleMania. I don't know. Cena versus Cody doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure they have plans, but I saw that list too, and I was just like, there's certain things that made me think it was unauthentic.
Yeah. There was a lot there that didn't strike me as something being real, right?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand and what I gather through my sources and shit, like Cena's going the distance this year through December, right? Like his retirement match isn't going to be till the end of the year. He is projected to be at the Rumble, at WrestleMania, and also at SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
So I know he's going to be he's going.
I wasn't sure if Mania was supposed to be his last.
It's only his last WrestleMania. So in that, like in my mind, right? And I'm a big Solomonster listener, so I listened to his predictions and stuff like that. And he had come up with something good about Cena, winning the Rumble potentially. And if he doesn't win the Rumble, maybe he wins the Elimination Chamber because he is participating in the Elimination Chamber. That may give him the opportunity to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't see him winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. I could definitely see him taking it at SummerSlam though. And that being the big 17, right?
Yeah.
Doing the honors on the way out for somebody, putting somebody over in a way that only Cena can do. Well, didn't really work with Austin Theory, but I don't necessarily know if that was either of their faults. But I think I would be more inclined to see that happen at SummerSlam, him beating Ric Flair's record than at Mania. But again with with Meltzer's commentary, I don't see the money. I don't see the value in a Rhodes and Cena match right now. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do it? I'm sure the story is there, but there's a lot of other things that you could tell with Cody going through WrestleMania, and I don't know. So
yeah, you don't want Cody to lose the belt on the Mania after he won the belt. Cody's doing big business right now with the WWE. He's doing really good business number wise. I don't see the logic in ending his reign anytime soon.
I mean, I could see in a hypothetical scenario, because I know the big match that just announced was going to be Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble with the ladder match. I could absolutely see them taking the belt off of Cody, just as like almost like a Hogan-esque kind of like, got to build the story back, brother. You know what I mean? Like something like to drive, because Hogan lost the belt to heels from time to time, but like I think they could pull that off in the right story. I just don't see.
Yeah,
I don't see him doing it at Mania.
Hogan losing the belt was just basically a matter of Hogan had to go do a movie.
Right.
Be around, and the belt needed to be defended. Yeah, I just can't see him taking off the belt off Cody anytime soon. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, we got a couple more weeks until the Rumble comes up rather.
Yeah.
And I will be providing live coverage there from Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Field.
Don't you dare have fun.
Not a single goddamn moment of fun will be had.
Dude,
Not
if you
one.
take a selfie, I'm going to just look at you and I go, fuck you.
I'm taking a selfie right now as we record. I'm doing it right now because you know what? I have fun on this show, Meanie. And that's my
son of a bitch.
No photography, no laughter, no smiling. You sit there, you do your work, you eat the food, and you go away.
You can't have the pudding if you don't eat your meat.
Don't have any meat. Yes, Mass Sanity. I will be posting that shortly on our social media. No fun whatsoever will be had, though, just in case anybody's asking, in case anybody's worried about that. We definitely don't want to give the wrong impression. We don't want to give the wrong impression about being professionals.
Yeah. I mean, you spend a lot of hard-earned money, going to journalism school, just to, not to have all this fun.
Not like spending time with your friends at a fun fucking event, It's all good, man.
Living the dream,
just having a good time. Just literally living the dream that I've been looking forward to for, my entire life. It's fine. Who wants to have fun? But like all the wrestling vets to say,
don't take photos in the locker room. Fuck you.
Yeah. Dude, I got a whole fucking phone and album full of photos of people and situations I've been in. Like, come on, dude. Like, this is my life. Like, and I don't know anybody an explanation for it either. That's the other thing. Like, I'm not like, I'm going to take the photos and we're going to have a good time, man. Because that's what life's about.
Dude, if Bill Eadie says he regrets not taking photos during his time in the business, I mean, what guy hasn't done more than, Bill Eadie? Bill Eadie's been around the world, been to Japan, WWF, the Crocodile. He's been all over the world.
Yeah.
And he comes up to you to take a photo, comes up to me and takes a photo, goes, yeah, I mean, back in the day, we was frowned upon taking photos in the locker room. I kind of wish I'd taken more photos. Fuck.
Yeah.
Have fun. Have fun. Take the fucking photos. As long as your work is serious.
Right.
What you present out to the world, you can have fun presenting that, but as long as that's serious,
Again, it's like you've seen my reporting. You know what I do? Like I cover the fucking Janelle Grant beef, for Christ's sakes. Like I want to have fun when I'm doing something. Like it's that work is difficult when you got to read through that shit.
Yeah.
So, but like just again, if I can stress anything that I've learned over the past couple of weeks too, like take the fucking photos and have fun. Like just enjoy life, man. Literally here like for that. But as I snap my fingers, sir, and we pull back our fun, it's that time of the show, man. I want to say thank you for answering the questions every single week. And I want to thank you, the listener, and the person who's here with us each and every Monday, listening to the show, sharing it, liking it, commenting, and subscribing. I want to thank you for being a part of this as well. Thank you for your questions. Again, don't forget to use the hashtag #AskMeanie, and we may answer them on the show. But Meanie, where, sir, if I may, baby, can everybody keep up to date with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, at Blue Meanie BWO. It's as simple as that. on all forms of social media. If you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. If you'd like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. MadCatBeardCare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil or Balm. We'll get them both. Shout out to my boy Josh Thornton over there at MadCatBeardCare.com. Taking care of the cats, rounds them up, takes them to the vet, sets them off better than he found them. So if you're a cat lover like myself, go to MadCatBeardCare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles in 2025. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters created by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others. Go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or UPW Video Game on Twitter. The Figure Collections Bone Crushing Wrestlers Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. All Series 1s can be ordered now at shop.figurecollections.com. At shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie in the search bar. Select either regular Blue Meanie or BWO Blue Meanie. Either way, there's no wrong choice. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast. Book the Blue Guy. Let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Book through the site, not through the app. The app takes too much money. There's one I'm about to do as soon as I hop off here. So let's make somebody's day a little bit brighter over at cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But most importantly, Ms. Bernard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can find me at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. You can go check me out there. You can also check out my other show, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net, and you can check out all my archive there, all my great stuff from 2024, everything cool coming from 2025 as well. Excuse me, all of my live coverage from the 2025 Royal Rumble will be posted there. I got some exciting news too, Meanie. I'm going to share next week, but I'm not going to share it today. It's not quite official yet, but I will share it here next week. But for now, you can check out my articles over at The Takedown on SI, part of the Sports Illustrated family, by going to si.com/FanNation/wrestling and check out my beats there and all the work I've been putting up together. My interview with Oba Femi, NXT Superstar, is live now on the YouTube page as well. ProWrestlingTees.com/Foundation Radio, ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt, keep the lights on at Casa de Meaning and the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Don't forget to shout out to my homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville, in the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Get you scheduled today with Kane, Jordan, and the rest of the team to look great as you head into 2025 at 10thwardbarbershop.com. Above my head here, you see patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Sign up today. Tiers starting at just $10. You get all kinds of exclusive shit, like your very own Pod Squad membership card. Signed, in fact, in blue marker by the Blue Meanie himself. So go ahead and sign up today. Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. YouTube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. You can find our entire archive going all the way back to the very first shows Meanie and I did in 2021. Go check them out there. Our social handles are underneath here, and you can find us on all forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky at Mind of the Meanie, and keep up to date with all things happening Blue and Goob related. And we want to thank you for listening. We want to thank you for being a part of the show. Go ahead and like, and don't forget to subscribe to our friends here at One True Sport. They keep the lights on here. They allow us to use their platform and to broadcast live to you every single week. So we want to thank them. So go ahead and hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit like on this video and comment as well, because it helps us pop up in your feed. So we want to thank you guys as well. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.